Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today? Oh, turn the sound down. How's everybody this Monday morning? I guess it's afternoon now, huh? Trying to find my comments. There they are, Miss Yolanda. How's it going? It was a slow day at the market yesterday. I had a couple of good weeks, so I expected a slower day. I sold about 6 yesterday, which was good. I sent out a lot of cards. Put out a lot of feelers about, you gonna be here next week? Are you gonna be back next week? So it happens. Slow days happen. It's okay. This is what we got going on today. We're gonna do this cute sign. Let's see if I can get it in the right spot. Nope, can't see that. How about that? Hi, Miss Gloria. Welcome. I'm in Texas. Still can't see it. I am trying to I got a new stand. Hopefully y'all can see a little bit better. There we go. Now you can see the sign. How cute is that? It was an absolutely beautiful day, Miss Yolanda. Kind of windy, but it's springtime. Come on in and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I am Mindy, and I am in Texas. I am close to Fort Worth. We're going to do an 18-inch frame today. So we're going to get the chenille stems put on. I'm doing them every 5 inches apart. That way I can get 10 on the bottom and 8 in the middle. An easy way to measure your 5 inches is take your chenille stem on your mat, measure it 5 inches, and then from the place you left it, and then that's where you'll know your next chenille stem will go. I'm ready for the nice spring weather, but I am not ready for the wind. We had about 20-mile-an-hour gusts out there. It was blowing around, but it's good for business because it shows that your wreaths will hold up in the wind. Can everybody see okay, or do I need to move it in a little bit? I need to move it over a little bit. Is that better? You see a little better? Make a nice and bright and cheerful wreath today. How's everybody's Monday going? It's a rainy, dreary day here in Fort Worth. So I got dinner in the crock pot. That is 10 on the frame on the bottom. And it is wrapped around the bottom and the middle row. And now we're going to do 8 on the inside. pull them a little bit tightly. We're going to indent your frame a little bit. That way your snow stems don't go anywhere. What y'all got going on today? Kids back in school after spring break? Mine went back this morning. So it was back up at 6 a.m. again. Hey. But he said, hey Mom, there's only 8 weeks left of school. I was like, oh my goodness. Hi, Miss Betty. Oh, Miss Rebecca, warm and sunny. Send some of that sun our way. It's about 60 degrees here with the rain. As long as it's just a rain, that's okay. They're calling for maybe severe storms in a little while. That can just stay away. Hopefully it won't be bad, Miss Betty. After I get this frame set up, I will show all you newbies that just come in what we're doing today. And if you have any questions along the way, just holler at me. I will gladly repeat it, go over it, show it again, whatever we need to do. There is 10 on the outside, 8 on the inside. And they are around 2 brackets. 2 wires on top, 2 wires on bottom. And this is the sign we're going to do. I can't ever get it in the right place that the light don't shine on it. Miss Rebecca, I am doing an 18-inch frame. And this is a metal sign. So I'm going to rough the back of the sign up with my sanding block. You can get these Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, Home Depot, anywhere that has sandpaper. Thank you, Miss Elise. Yeah, Sundays I don't get to play on the lives. Miss Betty, I have markets on Sundays, so by the time I get home, it's barely fixed dinner and crash for the night. So I am going to use my E6000 glue. I just make 2 lines. And then I am going to use the 3M cable mounts. They're just the 1-inch cable mounts. I'm going to pull the sticky completely off the back of it. Because in the Texas sun, that sticky will come loose when it gets too hot. So I just forego that process and take it off in the beginning. Once the sticky comes off, then I put it right down into my glue. Got any good dinner plans for tonight? I have put my favorite, I call it my favorite, recipe in the crock pot with pork chops. It's one of the easiest, but man, is it yummy. Thank you, Miss Betty, I appreciate that. All right, let's set our sign away. By the way, this sign is created by Mama on Etsy. She has some adorable signs, and she does do great fast shipping. I'm going to use orange and yellow as our base of our mesh. And then these are the ribbons we're going to use. How can we not like this brightness? So we've got our leopard print and our sunflowers to match our sign. These two came from Craft Outlet. The two big rolls come from Deco Exchange. Grab our wreath. Oh, well, we're going to cut our mesh next. This is my Plenty Fine garage sale paper towel converted into a mesh holder. I'm going to take this cellophane off so you can see it. But it is Deco Poly Mesh, 10 inch by 10 yards. Pull out my Fisker's rotary tool. As some people say, my pizza cutter. Home Depot, Miss Betty. They are just wire closet shelves from Home Depot. They are not being nosy whatsoever. Thank you, Miss Susan. Welcome to my page. We appreciate you coming and saying hi. All right, we are going to cut these at 19 inches long. Out of a 10-yard roll of mesh, you can cut them at 19 inches long, get 18 pieces, use 99% of the roll, and it will cover your whole wreath. And get my handy dandy mesh holder. That's just the top to my glue pot. I like to use all of my mesh. I don't like to leave leftovers because then it just hangs out in boxes and just hangs out in boxes and hangs out in boxes. Yep, my husband just takes 3 of them and zip ties them together to make a triangle. So that way they stand up on their own. And then he just zip ties them to the top of our tent. So that way when it's windy like yesterday when we had like 20-25 mile an hour gusts, they don't go anywhere, they don't fall over. Miss Rebecca, it's an 18-inch frame. Just an 18-inch flat wire frame. That way after the show's over, Miss Betty, we just cut one side of the zip ties, leave the other 2 zip tied together, and they fold up nicely and slide right in, so you don't have to worry about how to transport them back and forth, so they just lay down right nice. You're welcome, Miss Rebecca. I don't mind answering any questions, showing again. Whatever you need. Is this view any better, guys? I went and got me a handy dandy little stand for my phone to bring it up higher so maybe y'all can see a little bit better. Just using it off my Bodabra just wasn't working. Too many complaints that you couldn't see what I was doing. And when I went back and watched it, I agree, you couldn't see what I was doing. Oh, yeah, Miss Betty, there's no way. I had to find something that I could make sure I could do myself. Just in case he wasn't available. Or he does go on call on weekends. Not once a month. So if he happens to get called away on call and I'm having to set up or take down by myself, I had to figure out something I could do by myself. And then I just get shower rings from the Dollar General. And that's what I use to hook over the top. Hi, Miss Melinda. On the Chanel stems, Miss Rebecca, those are just regular 12-inch pipe cleaners, Chanel stems that you can get at Home Depot. So I just wrap them around the bottom ring and the middle ring on the outside, and there are 10 stems. Oh, excuse me. I knew that was coming. And then the inside, I wrap on the inside ring and the middle. And again, every 5 inches, and there's 8 on the inside. And if you pull it tightly enough, they don't move. Thank you. And now on the mesh, I am cutting them at 19 inches. And I'm going to cut up the whole roll. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you doing today? Cut at 19 inches. We'll use just about the whole roll. And you don't have to worry about how much you got left over. Trying to find a place to use it on another project. It's done. That's how much I have left on a roll. Trish. Now we're going to cut up the yellow. I'm going to have to wipe my nose. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Woo! All this wind blowing in. Ooh, got my allergies going crazy. Looks like the mountain cedar in Texas, and man, my allergies don't like that. My red car turned yellow these days. Alright, this is the yellow. This one is a metallic mesh. I didn't show you. Also 10 yards. 10 inches. This one is a very thin mesh. It's not the same as the Deco. This is a lot thicker. And you can see the difference between the two. So this is going to be a top mesh, and this is going to be a bottom mesh. That way you're covered and your wire's not going to be seen through it. Miss Betty, I like the 10-inch. I think it's easier to cut and to use it in whichever method that you're comfortable with. I have 21-inch. I've done poofs with 21-inch. I don't feel like if you're a beginner, then it's hard to get your poofs the exact same throughout your whole wreath. When you're doing 10-inch and cutting them up, you can get them the exact same size no matter which way you do it. Miss Elise. Mr. Stewart likes to call it my pizza cutter. But as you're working and talking, and that way you don't have to memorize how many cuts you do, because I can't. 19 inches, use the whole roll, and you know you got enough. Isn't it great? It was just a lucky found that I found at a garage sale, and I saw it there for a quarter. And I saw that and I went, I bet that'll work good for my mesh holder. And it does. It has removable ends where you could take the whole bar out if you wanted. But I just left one of the ends. You can see it on this side. There's an end piece to it. I just left that end piece off so I can just move my mesh in and out. Miss Jacqueline, I am doing my tried and true Woodland Ruffle. I find that that has been my recipe for good. I like the way it turns out. I like the curls and the ruffles that it gives into. I have tried to do separate curls after putting in ruffles. And my curls, you can always see the frayed edges. They never roll up nicely. Miss Diane, it is a Fiskars rotary cutter from Hobby Lobby. Now, it's not going to leave my mesh where it don't fray. Mesh will fray. It doesn't matter what kind you use, where you get it from, it's going to fray. It's the methods in which you roll them up or put them onto your wreath frame that's going to hide the frame the best. I love yard sales. You can always find some of the best stuff and repurpose it for other uses. I can always do different methods of doing the mesh. If y'all would like to see a different method, it's just the Woodland Ruffle, as I call it, is my recipe. And if you're just starting out, find your recipe that works well for you and then perfect it. You don't have to keep going between this method and that method, and just try each one until you find one that feels comfortable. Yes, Miss Rebecca, you can use a wood burner. Let me get done with cutting this mesh, and I'll look and see if there's a name on that paper towel holder, Miss Patty. Using a wood cutter wood burner to cut it, it just takes a lot longer. It takes a very steady hand. I don't have a very steady hand. I can't draw a straight line. Let's see. There is absolutely no name whatsoever on this. None. Sorry. Grab our frame and get our mesh put on. Miss Judy, that was a garage sale gem that I found. It looks like a plastic paper towel holder. We're going to put an orange on the bottom because it's the thicker and it's going to hold up better. You're welcome. So Woodland Ruffle, we're going to do 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. That's how you hide the frayed ends to your mesh. You're taking your ends and you're wrapping them up into 1, 2, 3. And now you don't have any raw edges. And now we're going to pinch it right up the middle. I don't want to stay down, of course, but you're just going to pinch it and ruffle it so it looks like a butterfly. Now you have two options. I like poofy wreaths. My customers like poofy wreaths. So my curls, you can see, curls up, or this way it's a little more flat. I'm going to use the curls up, and I'm going to put it horizontal along my bark. So where I've got it held in pinch is where I'm going to set it into my chenille stem. And now you don't see the raw edges that were cut. They're rolled up into that mesh. You're welcome, Miss Judy. Now we're going to do this for all the pieces all the way around. Roll it up 3 times, clip it. My Plenty Fine expensive Dollar Tree chip clip clothespin hanger works for both. And now becomes a mesh holder. 1, 2, 3. Scrunch it up the middle. And I don't move this one out of the way. Nothing. I just set this one right in between my chenille stems and twist it on. And just twist it tightly. One, 2, 3. Chip it. Flip it. 1, 2, 3. Scrunch it up. And put it in your chenille stem. And this method will make a very decent sized wreath. Off this 18-inch frame, the finished product will be about 28 inches in diameter. The depth will be almost 6 inches in depth. So it definitely would not fit between a door and a storm door. My neighbor across the street, she just hangs hers on the outside of the storm door. Look at these bright colors. I just love the bright colors. Makes for a nice cheery on the nice cloudy, rainy, dreary day outside. You could, Miss Betty. Don't give up. The old saying, practice makes perfect. My first one didn't look good either. It's now in the trash after I laughed at it. Thinking, oh Lord, what did I do with that? And did I really think that looked good? Good thing it just hung up on my house. Make sure you pull your chenille stems really tight, and you don't have to wrap it 5 million times. A couple of good turns will hold it in there nicely. And that way you're not using up your chenille stem. And that way you have plenty left over for the whole wreath to add your ribbons, your other mesh, whatever else you want to put in there. Oh, Gloria, I bet that'll be pretty. It's about time to get started with red, white, and blue. But I can tell you, those that are making wreaths to sell and wondering what seasons to make, I'm still selling and getting a lot of requests for spring. I sold more spring yesterday than I did Easter. I'll give you a little tip on that. That's for those that are planning on going to craft shows here in the next month. the next few weeks that that's what they're still looking for. Alright, that is 10 in the bottom. Can y'all see that? We'll go over bows here in a little bit. I'd always do a bow on my Miss Betty. Hopefully now with the new view you can see much better. Alright, this is what it looks like, the outer ring done. Hi Antoinette, how you doing? Thank you so much. Now we're going to add these on the inside, and I'm just going to put them on top. That way it layers. Now we've got a layered look. See how it's beginning to grow? And I've still got another color to put on both. I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for joining us. So we're still going to continue to do this all the way around the top. Don't forget, don't hesitate to ask any questions. If you want to see it again, just let me know. We're still going horizontal along the bark and just adding it to each Chanel stem. Now you can make these flat rims, wire frames, just as poofy as a work wreath form, and not have to spend the $7, $8 for a work wreath form. This way I can always make sure I have the right stems in the right color that I want. Miss Hess, they are cut at 19 inches. 1, 2, 3. That way it uses up the whole roll of mesh, and I get the 18 pieces cut that I need for the wreath. I get hot and I get cold. I get hot and I get cold. So one thing about long sleeves, the mesh will grab onto it. I'm always pulling my sleeves all the way. But if I take off my sweatshirt, I'm cold. Miss Janet, this one is going in the same direction. These are all going, the bottom row is horizontal and the top row is going horizontal. The wreath form is an 18-inch. Janet, the next color will be going the opposite direction. Thank you, Miss Janet. I appreciate that. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Some of the stage fright is getting gone now. So butterfly going in horizontally along the frame. I said you will never completely get rid of the frame, but you can hide it a lot. You're welcome. Hey, Miss Amanda. How was your weekend, my crafty friend? I would love for y'all to sprinkle out my page. Oh yes, Miss Janet, I am still nervous. My fingers are just a-shaking over here. They are 5 inches apart Miss Hess. Let me get this one in here and I'll show you the back of it. I will use 2 rolls on this one. So that way I can get 18 ties on a flat frame, just like the work frames do. I've got them every 5 inches apart on the bottom. And then this one's got 18 brackets, so they just go in the middle on the top. No, you're fine. Absolutely, that's what I'm here for. Put it back a little bit. I know they're kind of hard to see because I do that on purpose. I do the same color chenille stems as I do for my bottom mesh. And as you can see, there are some pieces that still stick out. Just clip them off. But the less you move it, the less it frays. Miss Diana, it's an 18-inch. Now we're going to put the yellow on top of the orange. I'm going to do the same method, the Woodland Ruffle. So we're going to see, you can see how it frays. It's already fraying. But that's okay, because we're going to hide it, 1, 2, 3, on the inside of our roll. One, 2, 3. Crunch it up the middle. And now it's hidden in the folds. Now this time, still going to do the curls up. But I'm going to put it in vertical. So in the same chenille stem where the other one went, I am not opening it whatsoever. I'm going to leave it just like I tied it, and then I'm just going to put it right in the middle. And twist it again. Pull it tight, twist. And I'll do that all the way around. And I always start at the bottom, go to the top, and that way it gives it a layered look. 1, 2, 3. Flip it, flip it. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to scrunch it up the middle. And this one again, right into the chenille stem, just nestle it in there. Make sure you're pushing it down tight when you put it in there. And there you go. And now you can see the orange and the yellow. Catherine, welcome. How many times? How many times what, Miss Catherine? Oh, thank you, Miss Gloria. Yes, Miss Janet, all mesh will fray, unfortunately. And the thinner the mesh is, like this yellow is very, very thin, and it frays horribly. But yellow's hard to come by right now, so I got what I could get. And you can just hide the fray. 1, 2, 3. Fray's gone. All you got is a clean edge of a roll. Hi, Stuart. I know, Miss Tony. Look at me go. moms, and everything. Welcome, Margaret. You're very welcome. If you have any questions, don't bother to hesitate to ask. I will answer anything I can. I am not an expert. Don't claim to be. But I have fun. And I enjoy it. But all them years working in the floral shop got me, Miss Tony. Like a big old sunshine over here, doesn't it? My husband actually picked out the sign. He found the image online. And then I had Chris over at Created by Mama on Etsy. I sent her the picture of the image that he found for me, and she made it into a sign. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Amanda. Please sprinkle out. Sprinkle it to your page and your friends. Let anybody know that we might want to come see. If you'll just give this video, if you're new here, a heart and or a thumbs up, I will invite you when it's over to come follow my page. Oh, I sleep a little bit here and there. Y'all getting any rain over there, Miss Rebecca? So the thinner mesh is not easy to work with. That thicker mesh is so much easier. When you keep manipulating it, you'll get it to where you want it to go. Y'all need to see the sign again? Look at that. I gotta wait for the delay to hit. See if I got it in the right frame. There we go. How cute is that? Thank you, Jill. Now, where are all these big bad thunderstorms that are supposed to be coming in? Not that I'm complaining. They can stay away, but some places need the rain. Yes, ma'am, it is. Sunflowers and leopards. All right, we've gotten all 10 on the bottom. And that's what we're looking at so far. Now we're going to do the top. Top goes the same direction, vertical, right into the chenille stem. Now comes the fun part. No ma'am, she does it just in her shop. Now, I'm going to pull this orange mesh from the bottom to the top. And now you can see the orange and the yellow, and that makes the bigger poof in there. Miss Deborah, she didn't charge me anything extra to have a specially designed one made. You're welcome. Lift in between and pull it up the curls. I like to see both colors if I'm going to use both colors. Is that a definite Monday morning for everybody? Monday afternoon? See? It's a Monday. I still think it's morning. I was not ready to get up at 6 a.m. 1, 2, 3. Got a couple more. I know this is always the boring part. Seems to take the longest. Absolutely, Miss Gloria. That's what I said. It looks like a big old sun laying there. I needed some sunshine on this dreary day. And it's definitely going to draw attention to your booth. I'll put it on the outside rack of my tent yesterday, and it was about the first one sold. Anything that's got sparkle or bright colors draws them into your booth. You want them to come in and look at everything you have. Many need to have something on the inside once they get in there that draws them all the way in. All right. We have got the last mesh on. All the curls will pull to the top. And that's what our base looks like.
I hope you two brought something to wear to the ball tonight. Our mother owns a bridal shop. We have dresses for every occasion. Are you sure we're ready for this occasion? Thank you.
See how full it is? You can't see the wire ring below. And it's definitely poofy. Go big or go home. So now we're going to get the best invention ever, Easy Tails. Those are made by Miss Tina over at outinthecountry.com. Take my sweatshirt off. See, I get hot, I get cold. I get hot, I get cold. You're just getting into making wreaths. This is one of the best things that you could ever get. They will measure your tails for your wreath. Each and every one the exact same length. And you can cut them very quickly. It has a little slit in here. This is for your scissors to go through to cut your ribbon. And I use my Heritage 7310 scissors. That will cut through anything. So now I want 12-inch tails on all 4 colors, and I need 9 of each. You just wrap it around the top, and now you're going to wrap it around your board. 2, 9, and now you just take these big old scissors, and they cut right through wire and ribbon both. Miss Faith, you get these at outinthecountry.com. Over on their website, they had these in multiple sizes from 6-inch up to 24 inches. So it doesn't matter how big or small that you like your tails. And if they don't have one on the website, you can message them. There's the brand. outinthecountry.com. And can you even see the brand? Miss Jill, I got the scissors from Amazon, but you can get them locally at a Tractor Supply. Amazon works well. What would you get? Orange one? I want the yellow. You're welcome. The scissors are huge and very sharp. Heritage 7310. Let me type that in there. Oh, thank you, Miss Gloria. Whether you want to wrap 4 ribbons around, or if you want to wrap it 18 times, these scissors will cut through as many layers as you want it to. Miss Betty, let me top that out for you. That's their actual web address where you can go. And if you buy today, they have a discount code for 15% off. So anything that you buy today, you will get 15% off if you use the code word BOX. B-O-X. Thank you, Miss Cindy. I do not have none of that one. So, we're going to trade directions with the sunflower ribbon. So we'll trade to the sunflower ribbon. Always have the black eye. Box. Code. Discount. Code is box. There you go. I typed it in the comments there for you. The discount code is BOX for today. And you will get 15% off of anything on their website. Box with the B, Miss Patty. So this is Sam's ribbon. So we'll use it as our sunflower. I always have backup sunflower ribbon. You're very welcome. And then we're going to use our leopard print. I don't have an actual website, Jill. I just have my Facebook page. I just post all my goodies once they're finished here on my Facebook page. Look how quick that was. So I just cut up 36 pieces of ribbon in no time with those tails. I'm telling you, if you don't have them, get them. And I know there are lots of different ribbon boards out there. There are a lot of places that have them. But this one I like because it's got the slot for the scissors. And you don't have to take your ribbon off to cut it. And then you're losing it. It's all right there in one piece. Now we're going to dovetail the ends of the ribbons. I just pick up 3 at a time, fold them in half, and now I am going to diagonally cut it in a 45-degree angle from the wire to the fold. And then just cut a straight line straight up. And that makes pretty dovetails. Yes, ma'am, Miss Jill just messaged me. My phone number's on the page, my email's on the page, or you can instant message through the page itself. Oh, that's not fair, Miss Betty. They definitely disappear quickly here too. Ours went out the 1st of February. And as soon as I seen somebody on Facebook in one of the wreath groups say, Sam said ribbon, I was at their door. And there was already some missing. Like there was a lot of the patriotic ones, the red, white, and blue plaid. I really wanted that. That was so cute. So I got what I could. And I did my fair share of stocking up too. 'Cause I knew if I didn't, somebody else would. Oh, see, that's cheating. Again, just fold it in half if you didn't see the dovetail. From the wire to the fold in a 45-degree angle. I have to remember to hold my hands away from me. And I just pick up 3 at a time, that way I know that I've cut enough. Ooh, thank you, Miss Twyla. When I was there, not last weekend, but the weekend before, they had like 4 rolls of the bicycle ribbon left. That was it. I will definitely keep checking back. Aw, Jill, that's no good. I would offer to go get some, but mine didn't have any anymore. Miss Twyla, I am in Haltom City, Texas. So I'm close to Fort Worth. Oh, I forgot to turn down my TV. Can y'all hear that? Oops. I'm sorry. I know here they've got it in the spring, and then they didn't get any more ribbon till Christmas. And it definitely goes quick around here too. At the Great Wolf Lodge, that's a cool place. As people do, they go in to buy it and just to resell it. Oh, you'll love that, Miss Twyla. Miss Kathy, and that's why people buy so many rolls at one time. It's because they know when they find it, even if they're not one to resell it, they know that there will be others that going in to grab it and resell it just to make a profit on it. Although this time I did see where they'd started doing it online, which last year they didn't do it online. So at least that was a little bit more versatile for some others to get it that didn't have the opportunity before. All right. We got all the dovetails done. Now I'm going to put 2 sets together, and I put colors, solid colors, with patterns. I don't do two patterns together. I do a pattern and a solid. Since that's already got a yellow in it, I'm going to put that one with the orange, because it'll bring out the orange center of the sunflower. And we'll have the leopard and the yellow together. Yeah, that was the bad thing. There were the sets. And now I'm just going to fold them in half. And that gives me a good midpoint when I go to put them in my wreath here in a minute. I'll already know where the middle of the ribbon bundle is. So I won't have to search for it later. It depends on how many tails that you want, Miss Denise. I know that I would need 18 of something because I have 18 ties on the base. I like to do 4 colors. So I did mine 9 times around them. Right, Miss Twyla? I have a hard time paying shipping for anything. I will spend whatever the limit is to get free shipping. Just because I think it's crazy. Even at Dollar Tree. I don't know if y'all have even looked at Dollar Tree where they make you sometimes ship it to your house. They won't ship it to the store. I've had that happen to me before. And shipping was like 40 bucks on a $1 item. I'm like, yeah, no. I'll wait till it comes in the store. Welcome, Amy. Thank you for joining us. Look how pretty that is together. I just love that together. So Denise, if I was going to use 2 ribbons and not 4, I would have wrapped 18 times around my board because I would want 18 pieces of ribbon. And since I'm going to alternate between the 2 different colors, that's why I only wrapped it 9 times. Once you get it all prepared and put together, then it makes it an easier. When you go to put it in the wreath, it's all set up and ready to go, and you just got to grab your bundle. And you don't have to worry about where the metal is. It's already found for you. Dr. Pepper time. Miss Amy, I am making a Deco mesh wreath. Here's the bottom of it. You can go back and watch the replay. I will post the replay when I'm done to show you how to make the base. We are using this sign, sunflower and leopards. See, I can't get it done. One of these days I'll figure out where the exact place is to get it in there right. And there's our cable mounts on the back. I'm going to go ahead, I E6000 them on first. Now they're stuck on there good enough. Then I'm going to hot glue around them. And that's going to make sure it doesn't go anywhere when I go to put it on my wreath. I am hot gluing with Gorilla Glue. And it is a hot temp gun. So it kind of melts it a little bit to your sign. And then that can be drying while we're putting the ribbons on. And I've just put the glue around the cable mounts. So we'll set that over there and let that dry. So now I'm going to find, here's the back again, because Chanel stems are 5 inches apart. Some places they're close together, some places they're set far apart. So wherever they're closest together is where I'm going to start. And since I'm going to alternate I will know where I started and where I end and what needs to be alternated. Thank you, Miss Amy. Now I am just ruffling up the middle just like we did the mesh. Right where the indentation was. Just pinch it on up. And again, I am placing this horizontally. This while it's an 18-inch frame into the Chanel stem. I don't open it up. I just add it right on top. So it's another layer on top. And now I'm going to spread them in an X. And fluff them where they bend back in towards my base. And then we'll do the other color right below it. Again, I just put it right straight in horizontally, right on top, twist it, and separate it like an X. And my Chanel stems are still sitting there. I still have some more things I want to add in those Chanel stems, so they are still left exposed. And I'm just going to alternate all the way around with each of the ribbons. Ruffle it up, set it in, twist, twist. And now, since this is the same color set as this one is, I'm going to make the X spread the opposite, so my two ribbons are not together. What y'all making for dinner tonight? Anybody making anything good? Alexandria, this is 2 whole rolls of mesh. So 1 whole orange roll, 1 whole yellow roll. And I am putting 19-inch pieces in each Chanel stem. Make sure y'all can see that. Putting that in there nice and good. Ruffle it right straight up the middle. And now you've got even tails on both sides. Twist. I've got leopard and I've got leopard here, so my leopard's going to go down. And my yellow's going to come up. Oh, Jill, we doing pork chops too. I do them in the crock pot. It's my favorite way. Hubby came home for lunch and I was like, pork chops for dinner? He says, again? I said, But it's just so easy. Put the pork chops in the crock pot. Cover them with ranch dressing. Pour cream of chicken soup over the top of it. Let it bake all day. It makes a yummy gravy for mashed taters. Oh, Deborah's doing pork chops too. Gloria, you know what? Breakfast for dinner sounds good. I can't get my family to eat breakfast for dinner. Hi, babe. Yep, I'm making another one of your favorite. I said he's the one that designed my son. He picked out the picture online. And then I sent it to Created by Mama on Etsy. And she made me a sign out of it. Yes, ma'am, Alexandra, I am doing a cow. I'll show you my cow when I get done. He's huge. Oh, whatever, because he's good. He thinks he's something special. Look at him in there. No, they're not going to let him get away with that. Miss Teresa, I cut them at 19 inches long. It is a 10-inch mesh. And cutting them at 19 inches, you'll get 18 pieces and use up pretty much the whole row of mesh. Yes, Dr. Pepper break. And yellow, so flaky leopard goes up. So it'll be yellow and leopard. We've got half of them on now. That's what it looks like. Hey, shepherd's pie is good too. Welcome, Miss Donna. Make sure y'all sprinkle out and share with your friends. Don't forget to click the 3 dots right up there in the corner and turn on your notifications. I do go live Monday through Friday at 1:30 Central Standard Time. Thank you, Miss Donna. Sandra, welcome. Come on in and say hello. Where are you from? I'm from Texas, close to Fort Worth. I am from good old useless Texas, the home of the Honey Winery. Ohio, go Buckeyes. Rhode Island. So we got West Virginia, Miss Janet. I know Miss Becca's here in Texas. All the ribbons I'm using today are wired. And they are 2.5 inches. Except for the sunflower. Sunflower is 1.5 inch. Oh, Jill, you're hurting my heart. You're hurting my heart. Dr. Pepper is the drink of royalty. I do not drink nothing but Dr. Pepper from the time I get up. Slip a little coffee in there. But the first thing is a sip of Dr. Pepper in the morning. Absolutely, Alexandria. Number 1. My hubby drinks the diet stuff, but I drink the real stuff. Miss Donna, I get ribbon from all over the place. Today I am using ribbon from Sam's, which is the sunflower ribbon, Sam's. The orange and the yellow is from Deco Exchange. And the leopard is from Craft Outlet. Mr. Pibb. Nope. No, thank you. You seen that meme out there where it says, will Mr. Pibb be okay? Or Pepsi? And they say, yeah, will Monopoly money be okay? Because it is not the same. Hello, Miss Janie in Canada. Alright, we got the last ribbon going in. Let's see if I can orange up. So we need our sunflower to match the orange over there. So now you can still see both colors of the mesh. We've got orange curls, we've got yellow curlers, and we have 12-inch tails on our ribbon. And that's what our base looks like. Thank you, son. Longview is about 5 hours. The other direction. No, it's not close. There's nothing close to anybody in Texas. And of course, I forgot my orange tubing. Hold, please. Now I'm going to put in the orange tubing. Miss Twilight, I've been making wreaths a little over a year. This is my pandemic job. I was running a retail clothing store when the pandemic hit. And like a lot of other people, my store got closed. The parent company that owned it shut down my division of the company. So I had to find something else to do. So we're going to put in orange tubing from the Dollar Tree and glitter blasted styrofoam balls. And that is going to finish off the middle of our wreath. And that's what we're going to do at the ends of those chenille stems. Absolutely, Miss Alexandria. It is very soothing. Now I'm just going to tie a little bow. Add it to the end. And again, it just gets placed right in the middle of the chenille stems. And then what you have left is where the glitter balls are going. You just put them right to the end and push it down. And it makes a little flower with a different layer in there. Oh, that's absolutely more fun than retail. I don't measure my tubing. I just do it from my hand. So my tail is just as long as the palm of my hand. I make a loop, I make a loop, and the other tail is just the end. Now, if I was to measure this, it would be about 17 inches long. And I will put this in every one of the ties. It doesn't matter where my sign's going where my bow's going, every tie will have tubing and glitter balls to finish it off. But if for some reason they don't like the placement of the sign when I'm at the craft show and I need to move it, then I don't have to worry about it being unfinished underneath where I've placed the sign, and I can just move it right there and not lose the cell. Miss Donna glitter balls are vase fillers. They're just little styrofoam balls that have been sandblasted with glitter. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. You can get them online. But it's just another texture, another pop of color to finish off the ends of your chenille stems. And you're not having to worry about to cut them off. Because again, what if you needed to move it? If you needed to move your sign, if you needed to move your bow, then you're not finished underneath it and you can't move anything. Miss Rebecca, my cutting mat came from Hobby Lobby. Make sure you watch the sales. They do put the sewing stuff on sale every other week for 50% off. And that's when you need to grab it. And this is just mesh tubing. You can buy this, Wreaths of Joy, the Wreath Shop, Craft Outlet. You can stalk your Dollar Trees. That's where I get mine. I stock the Dollar Trees. It's the same stuff you get for $10 a bag at Craft Outlet as you do at the Dollar Tree. But you can use these little accent pieces as a standout color. Like I could have done a green with the tubing that matched the green leaves and the sunflower ribbon. You can use it as a blending and just the same color like I'm doing. It's just the same color. And sometimes I use it as the only other color of my sign. You can make it stand out or blend in as much as you want. My mat is a 36 by 24. When I got one that big, because I do cut ribbons at 30 inches when I'm working with the smaller 14-inch frames. So that way, no matter what size I want, my mat's going to work. Yes, Miss Kathy? Let me show you up close. Here's the chenille stem. And I like the chenille stems from Hobby Lobby. And these nice squishy little styrofoam balls. And you just place it right down, and you can kind of feel when it hits the middle, and it's not going anywhere. It doesn't come off. I mean, if you get really rough with it, yes, it's going to come off, and you can pull it right off. But just normal wear and tear, and like our 15 to 20 mile an hour wind we had yesterday, they didn't come off. If you get the little glitter balls from Dollar Tree, they come usually 2 or 3 to a color into a pack. So you have to separate them out. That's why they're in the big bag. Or when I get lazy, I just throw them in my box and then dig them out of my box. I conned my son into doing it one time to separate them out. One time. No, Miss Rebecca, I don't glue them on. I don't have a need to glue them on. I've never found them to be falling off enough that I need to glue them on. And hot glue would just melt that styrofoam anyways. Yes, Miss Gloria, it's all wired ribbon. I wouldn't recommend using anything that wasn't wired. See how they stand up nicely? And you can bend them and shape them. If it wasn't a wired ribbon, you wouldn't get that desired effect. You're welcome. Got a few more of these. Yes, ma'am, Miss Melisina. I did an 18-inch wreath frame. And I did the 10-inch mesh, and I cut them at 19 inches a piece on both colors. I will be reposting this as a replay when I get done, so you can always go back and watch the replay. And if you repost it on your own personal page, by using that button down at the bottom that starts with an S, then you'll be able to come back and find it quickly. I don't have a lot of videos on there right now, though, but that's an easy way to find them. And also don't forget, if you give me a heart or a thumbs up, I can come back and invite you to like and follow my page. You can also hit the 3 dots in the corner, and in the drop down menu, turn on your notifications. And that'll let you know when I go live. I do go live Monday through Friday at 1:30 Central Standard Time. 2 more. And then we'll get the bow done. Miss Michelle, it will sell for $75 plus shipping if I have to ship it. Yes, Miss Rebecca, I did the Woodland Ruffle method. So you curled it up 3 times on each end and then ruffled down the middle. Here's a leftover piece. I curled it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then I used a clip. And of course, there's never something when you need it. Clip it, flip it, roll it up 3 times on this end, and then ruffle it down the middle till it makes a butterfly. This Jill, just depends on where you live, on how much shipping is. I've seen it from $13 to $25. And it just depends on, but I do go through Pirate Ship to get the cheapest shipping rates. Parcel Path, I would, sorry. Lie down, no barking. They've been so good through this whole thing. Lie down, please. I haven't shipped from Florida, but if you give me your address, if you'll send it to me in Messenger, I can look it up and tell you exactly how much the shipping will be. Dixie. I know it was $14 to ship it to Kansas. I sent one to Ohio. It was $20 to go to Ohio. Alright, let's see. I'm going to make sure y'all can see this bow. Make sure I get it in the right spot. This is the Easy Bow Maker. It's not the brand new one that cost you $50. This is the old one. This sign will go. I will put it on the side of my wreath. But since it's going to go on the side, the tails are going to be 14 inches long. Oh, I know. They hear anything that sounds close to Daddy. It's not Mommy. If it sounds like Daddy's truck, they're going to bark at it. He has a very loud truck. Alright, so this tail is 14 inches. The bottom ribbon is going to have a 6-inch loop. Let me see that. So you're going to put it through your bars, measure it at 6 inches, and twist it so you've got your back side of your ribbon up. And now we're going to make another loop, 6 inches again. And this one's going to go up. So you've got your tail down, one loop up, this other loop down, and this tail is going to be 6 inches. And this tail is going to go up. And we're going to dovetail the end of this one. So now you have an X. You've got tails, loops, and a tail going up. Now we're going to get our next one. This one is going to start up top of our X. So we're going to dovetail that, and it's going to be 6 inches, twist it, and pull it up to the top. And now this loop is going to be 5 inches. Measure it out and make sure it's the 5 inches on your bow maker. Flip your ribbon, pull your loop down. Up. This one goes up. That tail went up. This loop goes up. 5 inches on the other side. This one comes down, and your tail comes down. So all you're doing is making a big X. And I like to use 4 2.5 ribbons in my bow. So I will add in an orange polka dot. And this one's going to start with its tail down. So it's going to be the 14-inch tail. So it's the 3rd ribbon in the layer, so it's going to have a 4-inch loop. Now when you're using a printed ribbon, this is where it's definitely where you need to make sure that you flip your ribbon. So now you got your ugly side compared to your pretty side. So that way when you do your 4-inch loop on this side, your pretty ribbon is up. Move these up and down out of your way so you can see your measurements. And then you got your 14-inch tail on this side. And I always match my bow to my design. I like to be matchy-matchy. Let's see what's going up. See, I'm talking too much. I'm not paying attention. So its tail is 6-inch tail, 4-inch bow, 4-inch bow, 14-inch tail. Twist it. So that way you got your ugly side up here. Tail's going up. And this is also going to be a 4-inch loop. Twist it. This loop's going up. 4-inch loop here. It goes down with the 14-inch tail. And then I will finish off the bow with the 1.5 inch. And since it's the final ribbon going in, its loops will be on either side. But it still has the same 14-inch tail with the 3-inch loop. Twist it. 3-inch loop on this side. And the 14-inch tail going down. Now I just get a matching chenille stem that's not going to stand out in the middle of the bow, so I'm going to get a yellow one. So that way it's hidden in there. Just wrap it in half. Yes, Miss Betty. Shape it as you make it. So that way when you take it off, it's pretty much already fluffed and there's not much else you need to do to it but put it straight onto your wreath. So press down. This is what the back looks like. Now it's all stacked in there. So press down really tightly and pull it up and make sure you've got it tight. And then put your chenille stem in to the back and pull it tight. And if you have good chenille stems, you're not going to break it. And now twist your ribbons. Not your chenille stem, but your ribbons. Because if you twist the ribbons, it makes the tightness so much better hold than if you just twisting the chenille stems. Now I'm going to dovetail the ends of my tails. Make sure your loops are even. I just put my finger in the middle, pull them straight up, and make sure they're going to meet. And so I take these and I dovetail them together so that way when they're finished, they will be the same size. And you dovetail these the same as you did the dovetailing on your ribbons. 45-degree angle from the wire to the fold. And you see, I didn't fluff that bow. I didn't do hardly any fluffing besides that middle bow. And that's what it came out looking like, just straight from the bow maker. The only thing that I'm going to do is just make sure my tails are fluffy. And then just make sure your ribbons are pulled apart where you can see each layer. Since it's an X, you're not supposed to see the same loop on the same side. Miss Pam, I'll put it on as a replay. You can watch it when I get done. Thanks for popping in. And if you have good wired ribbon, when you make that cute little loop in the front, it's going to hide that chenille stem in there. I never got good at putting that one loop in the middle to hide the chenille stem. It always made my bows look funny. So that's what I came up with, the chenille stem still being hidden. Alright. So now we're going to add our sign and our bow. I'm going to put chenille stems through my cable mounts. And I used orange on the base, so I used orange. I like to make a little hook at the bottom of it. Dr. Pepper break. So that way when you're putting it through the cable mount, it just helps it come up the outside and you're not searching around trying to find the end. Just makes it easy. Hi, Miss Jessica, welcome. I've tried that middle loop. I've tried it and I tried it. Damon makes it look so easy, but it's not. Not for me. I can't make it look good. So this is the way I found it to look good. Adapt and overcome. Let's see, cable mounts, they are nice and sturdy on there. It's not going anywhere with that E6000 and hot glue and a Texas Sun. Now I'm going to get my darning needle. They come two different ways. They come plastic and they come stainless steel. I started with plastic, broke many of them, and have now changed to stainless steel. And they are just a yarn darning needle. There's no sharp points on them, no injury. Unless you're stabbing really hard, I don't recommend it to do that. going to take the wreath, and I want the sun on the edge. So I'm going to find the middle on this side, and it's got a nice wide eye on it, so the chenille stems look really true. Just wrap it around in there, and then you can take it from where you want it. So you're not having to move your sign to put your wreath, your chenille stem down the middle. The darning needle helps it where you can just go right straight down from where your sign's at. And out the back side. Now your chenille stem's hidden, and you're not going to see it reaching around your wreath to get to your frame on the inside. You just pull it through the middle. Same with this one. I'm just going to take it and right straight down. Make sure that's on there the way I want it. And now I'm going to wrap it into place. I'm going to find the closest crossbar, whether it be in the one from the wire frame or the chenille stem that we put on there earlier. Either one will work. And I'm just going to wrap this around it. That way it holds in place and doesn't slip off. And I just wrap it around and around and around. And make sure you don't leave the end of the chenille stem out. My mesh holder is a garage sale find. It is just a plastic paper towel holder. I'm going to do the same thing with this chenille stem. Just finding the nearest cross bracket and wrapping it around. And now while it's over on this side is when I put the hanger on. That way, when I go to hang it up at the craft shows, all I have to do is hang it from this, and I don't have to worry about how I'm going to get it hung on my wire shelves to display them. So I just take a piece of ribbon, tie it in a knot, loop it around again, and again on each side, and then tie it in a knot again. And then if you're just using it for yourself or for somebody you're trying to sell it to, they always know what side is up. Because sometimes you decide you want to put a sign sideways, diagonal. You have no sign at all, it just has a bow, but you intended the bow to go on the sign, and then the customer sends you a picture and she's hung it from the top. That just is another way for them to see where the top of the wreath is supposed to be. And now I use just good old shower curtain herbs from the Dollar General. That's what I will use to hang it on my wire shelves at the markets. And you should also always, always, always brand your work. If you're giving it away, if you're selling it. That way, if anybody asks, they know where to get it and where to get another one. Thank you, Miss Pam. Yes, Miss Rebecca, that is a Dollar Tree 18-inch form. So that's when my card goes on. And then if I forget to give a card, they always have them. Now we're going to put the bow on. Get the darning needle again. You're welcome. Find your placement, and I make it even with my sign on this one. And it's just going to go right straight down in the middle of the mesh again. Pull it through. That darning needle makes it really easy to get it right through that mesh. And now I'm just going to open them, wrap it around the middle bar. Twist it until it's one, and now I'm going to wrap it around, which is going to be this bracket here, so it doesn't move. And just fluff your ribbons out on your bow to the exact placements of where you want them. I like all colors to be seen. Your ribbons don't have to match your wreath. You can put in different ribbons in your bow. You don't have to do the same, but I like matchy-matchy. And there we go. And that's what the finished product looks like. And you can't see it, can you? Let me zoom out a little bit. I zoomed in so you could watch up close. There we go. Is that better? I can see all of it. And that's it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Kathy. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Miss Pam. Thank you, Roberta. I appreciate all those kind words. It is definitely a ray of sunshine. Yes, Miss Jill, only a year. I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Again, I appreciate you all for stopping in and spending time with me. You can come back tomorrow. Miss Rebecca, ribbon bundles. I did 9 of each ribbon. So I've got 2 ribbons per Chanel stem. So there's 36 tails altogether. So there's 2. The sunflower and the orange. The cheetah and the lemon, and that one. Oh, you're very welcome, Miss Roberta. Miss Mary, this song came from Created by Mama on Etsy. She made that for me. My husband found the image online, and he says, here, you need to make a wreath like this. So I sent it to her, and she made me a sign out of it. Oh, you too, Miss Nancy. No tornado watch here yet. They say it's coming, but we're still good at the moment. Don't forget, if you'll give the page a heart or a thumbs up, I can invite you to follow my page. Don't forget to do the 3 dots in the corner. Turn on your notifications. And that way you'll know when I go live again tomorrow at 1:30 Central Standard Time. You're welcome, Miss Pam. Y'all enjoyed your Monday afternoon. Miss Rebecca, they were 12 inches each. Cut them using ribbon tails. These are called easy tails. They are perfect for any wreath maker. You can get them at Out in the Country, blanksandmore.com. Miss Tina over there has them, invented them with a slit, so you can just cut them So everything is a perfect 12-inch tail when you get done. They also have a special today. If you go and use the word BOX, B-O-X, you can get 15% off your order. You too, Ms. Rebecca. Everybody have a blessed day. I need to go pick my kiddo up from school. Well, come on back and see me tomorrow. We'll do something else. Thank you again for watching and hanging out. Everybody have a blessed day. Bye-bye.